What's up guys, Koi51 here, time for another video, and I know it's been a while since I've posted a video, but you know, I'm back and I'm ready to go, and it seems like we've got a whole bunch of news that's coming out for Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem, and you know, I thought I may as well touch up on it now. So I've got like an article here from Silicon Arrow. I'll have the link in the description below so you guys can take a look at it, but essentially it's pretty much detailing what's pretty much saying that the Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem is being directed by Radiant Historia director. So I've played a little bit of Radiant Historia. I did enjoy what I saw, but I didn't put enough time into it to really form an opinion on it. But let's have a look at this article right here. So I'm just gonna read it out, just pretty much, and share my thoughts, just like my other videos. Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem's character designer Toei 8 previously talked about the new challenges he's taking on for the upcoming game. Today, the official blog features another member of the development staff, Chief Director Mitsuru Hirata. So I did talk about the artist before, about him being like, you know, talking a bit weird, but I guess lost in translation, who knows. But now we've got the director. So here's what Hirata wrote on the blog. Nice to meet you. I am the Chief Director of Shin Megami Tensei Cross Fire Emblem, Mitsuru Hirata of Atlas. I've previously worked as the Director of Radiant Historia and as the Supporting Director of Shin Megami Tensei Strange Journey. Now, Strange Journey was pretty awesome. If you guys haven't checked out Strange Journey, I highly recommend it. It's a very traditional SMT game. Very cool game for the DS. Very underrated, actually. If you can get a copy, somehow get it. You won't be disappointed. It's great game. It's fantastic. It's a great SMT experience. It's about 2 months ago since officially announcing this title, and I'm sure many of you were surprised by it. Even I told myself to think that a collaboration with Fire Emblem would shape up like this. To think that a collaboration would shape up like this, and I was really surprised, even though I'm the one developing it. So this pretty much just says like even the director kind of thought, "Whoa, man! Like we've got another huge series that we're working with, and even though like you must have to pinch yourself to really think, oh my god, I'm actually working on this." So I'm not really surprised that he's shocked about undertaking this grand sort of project, because this is a hell of a project. You're combining two major series that's revered in Japan at this point, and you're putting them together to try to make sense of it, and you're at the helm of it. Props to this guy, man. He's got a hell, like I said with the other people in the job, like Toei 8, got a hell of a job to get along. But hey, you know, it looks to be shaping up pretty well at this point. Keep going. Looking back 25 years ago, I have some memories of when I first encountered Fire Emblem. It had a package design with a soft touch that reminded me of a certain popular feature anime film. Its game characteristics managed to crush the young me who thought at the time, I've played so many tough as nails role-playing games on PC up until now, so this should be easy enough for me. Yeah, well, Fire Emblem will kick you in the ass, but it's one of those lures for Fire Emblem. It kicks you in the ass, but you learn and you get used to it, and you look at the numbers and you get really used to tactics and stuff like that. So, you know, it's really cool that he does have a connection to Fire Emblem, even 25 years ago. So it's cool. He does have some passion for this project, which is nice. One of the things I would worry about is if it's a businessman who doesn't understand it. If you think about like Uwe Boll right now, he just doesn't understand video games and movies at all. And it feels weird to take a swing at a movie director, but clearly he did not understand. Like, he didn't understand those series at all, and just wanted to quick money. But besides the point, getting back on topic here with Fire Emblem. Oh my god, if he made a Fire Emblem movie, I'd kill myself. No, god damn it, no, not him of all people. Okay, so then as I played, each time I lost an ally, I would mutter to myself, this is the devil. And in the end of my first run, I eventually found myself incapacitated, since I didn't have enough units to continue fighting, and I wept, started crying, and started the game over from scratch. That's pretty much average for a person. That's how I felt when I tried Lunatic Plus for the first time. Got my ass handed to me. It was a wolf in sheep's clothing, I tell you. That's true. It's very anime aesthetic. It looks innocent, and then it just destroys you. And oh, so that's how you use that word. Our predecessors had some good quotes. Hahaha. These were some of the things I thought while continuously pressing the reset button in despair on a daily basis. Seems like a routine. Reset, sulk in bed, eat, try again, reset, sulk in bed, take a bath, try again, reset on an endless repetition. It was like a toxin that kept me playing countless times even while grieving, and I was completely absorbed. That's cool. Pretty much sounds like me now with university. And that is how I met the game that shaved off parts of my innocence. After that, fate prepared itself once more, and my Super Famicom's reset button actually broke. So I had to buy another one. Even on the Game Boy Advance, I was busy reading the enemy's moves 2 or 3 steps ahead, and before I realized that, I had ended up staying on the train until the last stop and the ride home on a taxi. In a taxi. That also brings back some good memories. So, yes, he has played the Fire Emblem games, so rest assured, the director of this game, even though the development shifted mostly to Atlas, at least the people who are directing this game know of Fire Emblem, so that's really reassuring. That said, there's something I must confess. I'm actually pretty terrible at strategy games. Lol. It kind of sounds like a situation that I should be slapped on the head for saying, hey. They're like, hey, but the truth is, I love Fire Emblem. That's true. A lot of fans, I know a few people who play Fire Emblem aren't really good at strategy games, but they just love the aesthetic. And when Awakening came out and came with the casual mode, it actually helped them get into the series. So, you know, of course, back then it was a hard as balls RPG. It's understandable, but it does have more fans now, which is great. You know, I really love the fact that people are playing it and trying out this game, because this series deserves recognition here in the West. It's one of the pioneers of video gaming, if you really think about it. It's strategy RPG, all that stuff. Before Fire Emblem, I believe most of the so-called genre of strategy games consisted of games characteristics such as win accordingly, don't emphasize too much over that process. A strategy to win is more important than position, and so on. For this reason, units weren't treated as importantly, and the tide of battle was easily turned using numbers. Such developments were frequent, and I was just not great with that mindset. Totally understandable. Most people, you know, some people just don't really get strategy games. It's fine, you know. There's not really too much. If you think about it, Shin Megami Tensei has a similar sort of thing too. Like you have to have a sort of mindset to play those games. This isn't something like a Call of Duty where you can jump in, understand it, and just go. This is a thinking man's game, like chess. You can't play chess like a maniac. I mean, some people can, but general basis is you have to sit and think. You know, that's fine, totally fine, cool. However, Fire Emblem was a strategy game with a completely different approach. Paying attention to the units is important. If they die, they won't come back. You can't win with just numbers either. Rather than claiming victory, there's also the birth of the drama that arises from having your favorite unit win through battles, even if they're weak. Let's see. I was mesmerized as I was playing. I realized that each space I moved a unit, each time I hit the enemy, I was writing my own story about it all in my head. Okay, it kind of reminds me of when you play XCOM. If you guys haven't heard of XCOM series, play it. Don't play the Bureau. Play XCOM: Enemy Unknown, Enemy Within, and I think those are two really important. XCOM 2 is coming out too. Those games, you create your own character and you play, but permadeath is a thing, and most of the moments that you remember from that game when you're playing is the fact that your unit does something amazing and with this odds stacked against you. That's why I feel like Fire Emblem is sort of the same in that regard, because you have a character that has the potential to die permanently, so when he does something amazing and unexpected, you remember that. So I think that's what makes Fire Emblem pretty special, because you're crafting your own story in a way. You're crafting your own stories within the story narrative, because the narrative is always the same, you know, like stories of Marth and maybe Ike or Marth and Lucina, but it's what happens in those battles that create stories that for you to enjoy. So I think Fire Emblem does this really well, because it's always that looming feeling of a character can die. See, that sort of storytelling just doesn't work when they just magically appear, you know, after the battle's ended, but that's different when a character can permanently die, because, you know, you're trying to push this story forward, but these characters can die. So I think that's cool. I think it's one of those things that really draws you in. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, hear me, and now deceased drug, I, the armed knight, shall take on this castle wall in your stead. The rest of you sneak around for a surprise attack. Roger, only I, the Pegasus Knight, can go over the mountains. I must catch up to the others, their lives are in danger. And that's kind of what it was like. Of course, there might be a bit too much. That might be a bit too much. However, I feel that this is Fire Emblem's greatest charm. I believe that the importance of character is also a common element in the games we make at Atlus. In a sense, I think that a collaboration between Fire Emblem and Atlus is as natural as it gets. Yeah, I can't really go wrong with you there. You both have amazing characters, I think, but I still think that Atlus's games are very much directed. This one's, but Fire Emblems are kind of loosely directed, but with room for like your own sort of stories and stuff like that. But then again, he might be referencing the Persona series, how you can create your own personality within that. So could be that he's referencing, but it's pretty cool. Fire Emblem is a title that is full of memories intermingled with love and hate. Something I can't express with one word. And before I knew it, I'd gone from being on the side of playing it on the side of making it. This must be fate. The femme fatale that toyed with my youth. I've been waiting for you, my long-lasting grudge. It's kind of like finally being able to meet the person I've longed for over many years, but since the development's first day and several years of change afterwards, we were able to show you guys the trailer, which is the fruition of my own memories of 25 years. As far as what kind of changes actual game content and such, I hope we get to talk about it next time. This time I wanted to talk about what Fire Emblem means to me. Lastly, here's a screenshot or something that's currently in development. Ooh, that looks really pretty. That looks really pretty, actually. It just seems like a still image that was from the trailer, but without the UI and stuff like that. It looks really cool. This is a look at a certain dungeon. It was shown a bit in the trailer during the Nintendo Direct back on April 2nd, but do you notice any differences from then if you compare it? The floor's texture has improved, there are additional objects in the environment, and so on. The April 2nd trailer isn't the final visual representation of the game. We'll continue improving on the quality from this point on, so please look forward to it. And that's how the staff is zealously developing SMT Cross Fire Emblem at the moment. I believe we'll be able to reveal new information soon, so again, please look forward to it. SMT Cross Fire Emblem is in development for Wii U. Okay, that's that was a long one, but essentially, the director is a big fan of Fire Emblem. That's more we could really ask for, since this game is being developed on the Atlus side and not so much on the Nintendo side. Intelligent Systems now working on Fire Emblem finishing up on it, making sure it's all done and dusted, and Atlus pretty much handling all of this game. I'm looking forward to it. I like him saying that this isn't that trailer we saw isn't the final representation. We're improving on it. We're optimizing it, which is nice. You know, it means that that game that was just a sort of what we've got so far. So they're aiming to even make it even more better. So I'm looking forward to seeing that. E3 is something that I definitely want to see more of this game of, and I really hope that they show us a little bit something more, and maybe even a Western release date. So I can't wait until that Nintendo Direct, because we're going to see more of this, we're going to see some more Fire Emblem, we're going to see some more of everything, and we're going to see some games we're not even thinking about. Star Fox, I'm looking at you. So anyway, yeah, that's it from me. This is one of many videos that's coming up real soon, but what are you guys' thoughts on this? I think we've got the perfect mate to really direct this game, because, you know, he's worked on Strange Journey, and he's pretty much biggest Fire Emblem fan, and understands that, yeah, it's not his type of game, but he still loves it. So can't wait for more. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and as always, have a good day. Koi51 out.